Greetings, Grand Rising. Dr. Nicole Brantley here. Do you have cancer, heart disease, or diabetes? I want you to stay tuned to this video if you have any of those things that I just named. Okay? Do you have cancer, diabetes, or heart disease? And even if you don't have it, you need to stay and listen because I know that there's a possibility that you are consuming some of the things that I'm going to be talking about today. So Grand Rising to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time this video comes across your feed. Be sure to watch more than just the first 30 seconds because people don't watch videos. Today we are going to be talking about sodium nitrates and nitrites, okay? And why we should be putting them down, eliminating them completely from our diet, okay? So why you should avoid sodium nitrate and sodium nitrites. The foods that I'm gonna talk about, let's not bring these foods to the cookout this weekend because I know y'all having a Memorial Day cookout and y'all gonna be bringing a lot of things for the grill. And while we're talking about grills, grilled food is not good for us. The charring on the food is carcinogenic, aka cancer causing. All right, so if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, or cancer, I really want you to listen up, okay? And if you don't, I want you to listen up because I want to make sure that you don't take yourself to that level of dis-ease by allowing these things in your diet. Thank you so much for sharing in advance. Hit that little paper airplane. Share this out with people that you know so that they can change what they're bringing to the cookout this weekend, okay? So sodium nitrate, well, let me first introduce myself. For those of you who are new to my channel and to my page, my name is Nicole Brantley, Dr. Nicole Brantley. I'm affectionately known as the womb therapist. I help women who have fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, those who have trouble conceiving, take the option of hysterectomy and other surgeries off of the table and truly get to the root of their healing by addressing their emotional baggage, changing what they're bringing into their body physically, and all of the things, right? And this is what we're going to be talking about today, something that you should be eliminating from your diet. So sodium nitrate is what we're talking about, and its cousin, sodium nitrite, right? They are food additives. It's a salt preservative. So sodium nitrite is a salt used as a preservative in many foods. Nitrates and nitrites that are added to processed foods are detrimental to our human health, right? So if you didn't see the post that I posted before you came to the live, go check out that post. Go look at that picture and then make sure you read the caption. My mom had me cracking up this morning because I was like, Ma, I bumped into somebody and they said this and that. And I was like, people, they don't read. And she was like, no, they look at pictures. I was cracking up. But not only look at the picture, go and read the caption, okay? Nitrates and nitrites are added to processed foods and are detrimental to your human health. Sodium nitrate and its cousin additive, sodium nitrite, is commonly used in cured and processed meats. Now, I don't normally tell people what to do, but today I am. You need to put these foods down. You need to put these foods down, right? And at the end of the day, you have free will, so do what you will, do what you want. But I would highly recommend that you stop consuming the following. All right? Bacon. I don't care if it's beef, because I'm going to have my pork. I don't care if it's pork. Stop eating bacon. Stop eating hot dogs, which is linked back to leukemia. Stop eating ham, lunch meat, salami, smoked fish like smoked salmon. I know a lot of people that put that on their salads. Dried fish, all right? Pig's feet, pickled pig's feet. that sits in that jar of vinegar and has that red dye 40 in it floating, and we won't go there. Canned meats, such as Spam and Vienna sausages and tuna and canned chicken, right? Put them down. Those are known as cured meats. Processed meats, such as deli meats, cold cuts, beef jerky, sausages, chicken nuggets that we're feeding our kids and ourselves, some of us, in the drive-thru. These additives are used in foods to prevent bacterial growth, to create a salty flavor, and to add color to the food. But I promise you, consuming these cured and processed meats, they're linked back to cancer. That's why I'm urging you to take them out of your diet. That's why I'm urging you not to eat hot dogs or bring hot dogs to the cookout this weekend. Okay? Sodium nitrates and nitrites are linked to the development of diabetes and heart disease. There is a huge correlation of people who eat hot dogs and people who have heart disease and diabetes. What I need you to understand is that these things bring inflammation to the body immediately. Immediately. This is not food for human consumption. It's just not. And I'm going to quickly go into some things because I don't want to be before you long. I want to keep this video short. Consuming too much of sodium nitrate and nitrites can cause some of the following. First of all, let's talk about what it does to the blood vessels. Sodium nitrite can damage blood vessels, which narrow and harden arteries and create heart disease. So consuming too many hot dogs, too much lunch meat, giving your kids those Lunchables, eating beef jerky, all these cured and processed meats. Stay out of Jersey Mike's, stay out of Subway, stay out of Jimmy John's. There's nothing there for you, including the bread that breaks down to sugar and damages and destroys your gut. So consuming too much of these nitrates, it's going to cause you to have constricted, narrowed, hardened arteries. So it damages your blood vessels and it creates heart disease because you need that blood moving and flowing and pumping. You don't need your arteries to be small and narrowed, right? That's gonna cause an obstruction with flow. All right, that was one. Consuming too much sodium nitrate also leads to what I already said, cancer. Sodium nitrate has been linked back to an increased risk of the following cancers: stomach, pancreatic, esophageal, colorectal, ovarian, and thyroid cancers. I know so many people that are like, oh, thyroid disease runs in my family. Oh, pancreatic cancer and colitis and colorectal cancer runs in my family. No, it's what's passing through that GI tract. It's these foods that are high in sodium nitrate, which is a preservative that is causing much harm to your human body. Too many of us are still eating these foods. Too many of us. We should not be having hot dogs at the kids' party. We should not be having nuggets at the kids' party. We just shouldn't. It's not food for human consumption, and it's damaging and destroying their bodies, and their bodies are smaller than ours. So we're setting them up for obesity. We're setting them up for heart disease. We're setting them up to be sick as adults. Okay? Another thing that consuming too much sodium nitrate can do is cause gastrointestinal tract issues. It can cause abdominal pain, mental impairment, kidney disease, headaches, dizziness, vomiting, and gastroenteritis, And what I taught you the other day, or as I always say, anything ending in itis is inflammation of. So inflammation of the GI tract, including the stomach and the intestines. And when you're dealing with vomiting and diarrhea and things of that nature, you are, all of the things that I named above are leading to, or it's going to cause dehydration. Okay? The other thing that consuming too much sodium nitrate, such as hot dogs, lunch meat, and the like, and I'm going to talk to my people in the South in just a minute, because there's some things that y'all consume in the South that's just, I can't. I didn't even know that certain things were still even in existence. You know, Popeyes, if you guys are, I don't eat pork, but you're eating Popeyes, you're eating pork because lard is in there. Pig's lard is in their grease that they fry your chicken in. And if your stomach burns after you eat their chicken, that's why. Right? Y'all still cooking with fat back. Putting fat back in the greens for the seasoning. I'm gonna get to y'all in a minute. So it causes GI tract issues. Next up is respiratory issues. Inhaling too much sodium nitrate can irritate the respiratory tract and cause shortness of breath, as well as coughing, a lingering cough that does not go away, right? So for those people who are working in the deli, who are touching those meats all day long and inhaling all of that sodium nitrate, you could be dealing with an irritated respiratory tract and have a cough that you're like, I can't get rid of this cough. I don't know why I'm dealing with shortness of breath. What are you breathing in all day? Okay. So another thing that it causes is you to have a negative effect on your blood oxygen circulation, also known as poor circulation. All right. It also contributes to high blood pressure, can cause hypertension, and it limits, again, your oxygen transport and delivery to the body. My men, when you have a diet high in processed meats, lunch meats, always eating sandwiches, always eating deli meats, always eating hot dogs and things of that nature, it leads to erectile dysfunction. It leads to ED, right? Because of the reason I just named, poor circulation. You need circulation in order to get an erection. And when your diet is too high in meat consumption, you can bank on getting ED. You can bank on having prostate issues. You have to change what you're eating. You have to do things differently. It's too many of us with men with enlarged prostates. And I work with you guys. So when you come to me, not only do you have erectile dysfunction, but you got heart disease and you got diabetes. It's usually a given. I'm like, oh, do you also have this, this, and this? And they're like, yeah. Because it's all connected. And it all goes back to what we putting in this hole in our mouth. We have to have more discipline. We have to be in the know about what it is that we're consuming and what it is that it does to our human body. Okay? So eating all of these cured meats and all of these processed meats and all of these foods high in sodium nitrate creates high levels of acidosis in the body. And that's why people will see high blood pressure. We eat a lot of ultra processed and processed food today, especially if you're eating out at restaurants. It's always going to be highly chemically laden. It's always going to be high in MSG. That's what keeps you coming back. That's what gives it its good flavor. That's like, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about such and such all day long. I'm going to Chick-fil-A for the 4th time this week. Because the chemicals got you, baby. You are addicted. And you are full of acidosis as well. So I will say this. Stop packing sandwiches with lunch meats and deli meats and Lunchables for your children's lunch. You're setting them up to be sick adults. Stop putting that in your kids' lunch. There are YouTube, Pinterest. Go get some other meal ideas. Pack leftovers if that's what you need to do. But stop giving your children these ultra-processed lunch foods that are setting them up to be obese and to be sick adults. Stop eating death, because that's what you're doing when you consume sodium nitrates. And we consume them at an alarming rate. Because bacon is in everything. I live in the South, but I know bacon is in everything everywhere. Bacon is in everything. It's a cured meat. Not to mention all of the pathogens and parasites it leaves behind. And we wonder why we have so many viruses. It's coming from the meats that you're eating. First and foremost, let's start there. Stop eating death. Eliminate sodium nitrates from your diet. Understand that it is detrimental to your human health. Anywhere from acute disease to cancer to death. And I personally know people who have cancer who consume lots of hot dogs, lots of sandwich meat. You gotta stop. It is linked back to cancer. Pancreatic, stomach, esophageal, colorectal, ovarian, and thyroid cancers. Okay? Now this is my message to my folks in the South. Okay? Because in addition to all of the things I've already named, we take an extra step down here in the South. We're eating liver mush and liver pudding and summer sausage and souse meat and bologna and spam and canned meats, chicken, tuna, Vienna sausages. This is why we have inflammation and edema at an all-time high. When I see older people in the South, they are swollen. They are inflamed. Their legs are huge. Their ankles are huge. Their feet are huge. You're eating death. There is nothing living about souse meat and liver mush and summer sausage. And I know I'm leaving some of them out because I don't even know half of the names of some of that stuff. But when I look at them, when I look at the label, I'm like, hot dogs are one of the nastiest things that you can eat. Do you understand what it is? How it's broken down and then mashed together, gristles, like all the scraps of the meat. And then they fold it in this little nice little packaging, calling it a sausage. And it really makes you sick. It really causes a lot of inflammation and acidosis. This lifestyle ages you really fast. You want to take away your vitality? You want to take away your longevity? Continue to eat those kinds of meats. Deli meats are horrible for you. Sandwiches are an improper food pairing in and of itself. Proteins and starches should not be combined. Bread and meat, rice and beans, hamburger and bun. Shall I go on? Chicken and rice. Those are food combining no-nos. Those things should not even be paired. That's why bloating and gas and GI tract and digestive issues are at an all-time high because we improperly pair majority of our foods. And then we do things like eat cereal, which is not for human consumption, created in a plant, but not made from plants. All this lab-made food, all this ultra-processed food, even the vegans, your Beyond Meat, your Impossible Meat, your Impossible sausages and hamburgers, it's lab created. The body does not know what to do with that, but respond with inflammation. It doesn't know how to compute it. It's not a fruit. It's not something that came from the earth and it's like, oh, we know what this is. No, it's like, we can't compute this. Inflammation, send my army out, start fighting for me. And now we're red and inflamed and bloated and gassy and can't digest food and have heartburn and indigestion and all of the things. We got to do better. We've got to do better. So if you are dealing with cancer, diagnosed with cancer, high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes, stop eating hot dogs. Stop eating sandwiches and sandwich and deli meats. Stay away from places like that. I hope I messed the cookout up for this weekend. Do not bring hot dogs and put them on the grill. Anything you grill is now a carcinogen when there's charring on it. We have to get in the know, people, about the things that it is that we consume and how it affects our body. Why we are sick. Because I'm tired of people saying F cancer. But you're doing the things that link back and cause and create cancer. Because that's what it does. You cause and you create cancer by what it is that you bring into your body, right? We love to blame other people. No, you have it because what you're eating. You have it because of the lifestyle that you live, the environment that you're in, the things that you're doing. So disease is not hereditary. It's dietary. You are what you eat. That's not a cliche saying. And let me tell you this, ladies, the more blood you eat, the more you'll bleed during your menstrual cycle. All those flesh foods, chicken and steak, and the more you eat, the more you'll bleed. All right? Because you are what you eat. And the body keeps score. Disease is not hereditary, it's dietary. Go look at my post that I just posted. Stop saying this and that runs in my family. What runs in your family is how you eat, what you're drinking, what you're putting on your skin. And those are the things that we pass down. I wasn't passing down Vaseline to my son. Because when my mother put Vaseline on our faces in New York to prevent the cold from hitting our face in those winters where we had to walk to school, she didn't know that it was full of petroleum and that petroleum was toxic to the system. Right? And I see people making reels on TikTok and all different places, and I'm like, with Vaseline? Y'all still using Vaseline? Y'all still using baby oil? The first ingredient is mineral oil. It clogs the pores. Your skin can't breathe. That's why you ain't sweating. We have got to get in the know. We have got to get in the know. We're sick because we're ignorant to so many things. We don't want to read. We don't want to pick up a book and read. And so as a result of that, we're fat, sick, and we're nearly dead. We got every itis on the planet. We've never had this much disease on the planet that we have today. We never had this much erectile dysfunction. We never had this much low testosterone in men. We never had this much fibroids and endometriosis and PCOS in women and infertility in women and in men. Check your diet. Are you eating bacon, hot dogs, ham, dried fish, smoked salmon, lunch meat, salami, pickled pig's feet, canned meat such as Spam, Vienna sausages, chicken and tuna out of a can, deli meats, beef jerky, sausages, chicken nuggets? Are you eating them? Is that in your freezer right now? Let me ask you this. What does your refrigerator and freezer look like? Does it look like a garden? Or does it look like a morgue? Is it full of dead stuff? Or is it full of life? Fruits and vegetables and things that are going to wake you up and give you energy. If it's looking like a morgue, there's some changes that need to be made. And I'm not telling you to slowly eliminate sodium nitrate at all. I'm telling you to eliminate it altogether. Go cold turkey on this one. Because of all of the things that I named that it causes. And this is why cancer is at an all-time high. This is why we're sick the way we are sick. It doesn't make any sense. All right? So if this is the way that you've been eating, and you eat very minimal fruit and very minimal vegetables, you're inviting in sickness. You're inviting in sickness. Stop waiting for sickness to invite wellness. Be proactive. It's cheaper. It costs you a lot on the opposite end. Okay? Many things. So if you continue to eat this, it's going to cost you inflammation, sickness, and dis-ease. The lack of flow and ease in your body. And then when we pass on these inherent weaknesses to our kids, we're like, oh, my baby was born with cancer. Oh, my baby was born missing this. Oh, my baby needs surgery. Oh, my baby has juvenile diabetes. What you eating? What were you feeding them in utero? What was passing across that placenta? Was it fruit? Was it vegetables? Were you taking in things that like coconut? Were you taking in greens for your calcium so that because their teeth develop in the womb? Or were you just giving yourself anything? Because I'm pregnant and I'm eating for two. It's not just me. And they said, just focus on this baby. I just got to eat that. And then we got little sick beings that we're taking care of and wondering why they got skin conditions and all of the things. Weak immunity. Every time somebody's sick at school, they sick at school, they're sick at daycare, they get so sick. Immunity's not boosted. Okay? So take care of your body so that your bodies can take care of you. Stop waiting for things to just happen. That's not how it's going to be. I'm vegan, and yes, I was buying the Beyond Meat periodically, but I stopped last year. And I don't judge people that use it to transition. I don't, because it's better than animal product in the sense that it's not leaving behind the bugs and all of the things that animal proteins and, the stinky odor. I get it, but transition quick. Transition quick, because that is still not the optimal diet for your human species. It's still bringing inflammation and dis-ease to your body. I know a lot of fat vegans because they eat a lot of French fries that they don't know contain beef tallow and other things when they get them from these fast food restaurants. The oil is rancid. The seed oil is compromising your liver. I know a lot of fat vegans. I know a lot of sick vegans because they're junk food vegans. They're not plant-based whole food vegans. There's a difference. And it's no shade. When you learn better, do better. We need the living enzymes that are in living foods to help us digest foods properly, have the right, proper microbiome and parasites to help us break down food. All right? So if you are consuming sodium nitrate and its cousin, the additive sodium nitrite, take it out of your diet. Take it out of your diet. I hope this information helped you. I hope this was good information to you. I hope that you can take it and begin to implement it. Be sure to join our June 3rd Raw Food Detox Program. If you're like, I can't just jump into raw, Nicole, there's a modification where you can still eat a cooked meal. But we got to do it differently. We have to detox our body. We have to get rid of the accumulated waste. We have to clean out our colon so our head cavities can drain and our thyroids and goiters can drain. Because we're full of acid, we're full of fluid, we're full of toxins. So that dandruff and that itchy scalp can go away. So that psoriasis and that eczema can go away. All right? So there's more information to book your consultations on my website, ilovebeingfresh.com, under the consultations tab. If you want to join the group detox that's coming up on the 3rd, I highly encourage you to join now so that you can get the information, so that if you're going to get a kit, which is highly recommended but not required, you can go ahead and order it so that you have it to you in time for the detox program to start. You can find that at the link in the bio in my IG bio. You can find it below in the description if you're watching this from YouTube. Or you can go to ilovebeingfresh.com and click on the programs tab and find it there. Okay? I hope I messed up the cookout. I sure do. If you was bringing hot dogs, bring something else. If you was bringing lunch meats or making sandwiches, bring something else. Be responsible for yourself and be responsible for the people that you feed. Because at the end of the day, if we don't take care of ourselves, it's nobody else's responsibility. Responsibility, the ability to respond to what it is that you need. Nobody else can do that for you. You have to do that for yourself. So thank you so much for being here. I hope this was a helpful video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have the most amazing weekend, right? Love on yourself. Remember, take care of your body so that your body can take care of you. Health does not happen by chance. It happens by choice. And know this, healing is yours. Peace.